this is Queen of Vibe. Hey there, Cancer, and welcome to your June 2020 relationship reading with Queen of Vibes Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time or you are a return viewer or subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, and I hope that this video is helpful to you in some type of way, okay? Also, happy birthday to all my June Cancers, all of my Cancer babies who are celebrating their birthdays at the end of the month. Hopefully you guys are able to do something special despite everything that's going on. Also, guys, I hope that everybody's families are doing well during this coronavirus situation and quarantine in many places. So I'm sending out all my love to you guys, and let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, okay? Now let's go ahead and get into this relationship reading. So this is for you, Cancer, and a person that you are in relationship with. Whoever comes to your mind, okay? This is not about me picking to see who's coming towards you. You know who this person is. You know what's going on between the two of you. So what we're trying to do is to figure out if there's any healing that needs to be had and how we can get through little bumps in the road if there are any. Okay, let's just see what's going on, especially now with quarantine and people spending a lot more time with each other than they're used to. You know, a lot of people are finding that to be quite easy, but a lot of people are having difficulties as well. So if you fall into that other category where it's not been so easy, let's see if we can help you smooth that out a little bit. Okay, guys? All right, so first we're going to pull your current situation, okay? What is the current situation for my Cancer in their relationship? And we've got the Knight of Swords. All right, next card is going to represent what the other person is thinking. And we've got the Judgment card. What they're feeling, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. What they're showing, we've got the Hermit, okay? What you're showing, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, I should say. What you're feeling, ooh, the Five of Pentacles. And what you're thinking is the Five of Swords. All right, so here there is, you guys could be having some sort of communication malfunction, okay? There could be a breakdown in communication. The way this person has communicated or is communicating to you, Cancer, is leaving you feeling a little bit insecure and a little bit shut out. You're not feeling the love here for some reason. This person's very focused, though. It seems like they're having some type of aha moment, and a lot of people are right now, because like I said, this whole lockdown situation is causing a lot of people to really take inventory, not with just themselves and their life, but their lives in general. So it seems like your person has made they're making some type of determination about either themselves or this particular relationship, okay? Where they've determined that maybe they need to focus more on this, relationship. Maybe they need to work on it more. And so that's coming off to you as them being very standoffish, very isolated. They're not really, communicating too much with you. What you're showing is that either you don't see what they're doing, or it's like you don't get it, you don't understand. You're not really showing that you're aware that this person is going through something, okay? Because all you know is that you're not getting your attention, they're not loving on you, they're not sharing what they're going through with you, so it's making you feel left out. You're like, listen, Cancer wants to be there for their partner. They want to help you through whatever, so when you shut them out, it leaves them feeling hurt, and, now you're conflicted in your mind because you want to discuss this, but you know that it's going to lead to some probably some type of argument, which with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords can either represent some type of swift change that's going on between the two of you. So maybe this is like a sudden change that has happened, or that the communication between the two of you might be a bit harsh. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull some clarifiers to get, damn, I should have closed that window, but it's a nice breeze coming in. Seems like every time I decide to do reading, I haven't done readings in months, but every time I decide to do a reading, somebody starts mowing their lawn. I'm like, what? Doesn't matter what time of day it is, just doesn't matter. It could be early morning, it could be in the middle of the afternoon, someone's mowing their damn lawn. All right. So let's go ahead and let's clarify this situation for my Cancers, okay? All right. So the first card is going to clarify this Knight of Swords. Yep, we've got the Seven of Swords. So communication is definitely strained. There's a lack of honesty. Maybe this person, you feel like they're not being honest with you because they're not, being completely forthcoming with what's happening with them. Okay? And so the next card is going to clarify what they are thinking, and we've got the Moon card. Next card is going to clarify what they are feeling. All right, sorry about that, guys. The next card is going to clarify what they are feeling, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. Next card is going to represent what they are showing you, clarifying that, I should say. So with the Hermit, it's the Five of Swords. So yeah, they may be a little bit like combative, because they haven't figured out how to express what it is that they're experiencing. What you're showing clarified, yeah, you're being very possessive and you're clinging to either them or clinging to, this concept that you got to know what, or, that you, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Ten of Pentacles clarifies this Five of Pentacles. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Swords. Okay, so right now with the Knight of Swords, and clarified by the Seven of Swords, there's not honesty. And the dishonesty doesn't necessarily have to be about cheating. But sometimes when a person withholds, especially a person that we're close to, and we spend a lot of time, especially if you're intuitive and you can pick up on the vibe and the changes within a person, when they're not telling you what's going on, that can feel like a betrayal to a Cancer, okay? Because they're trusting you to share their feelings and emotions. Cancer likes to talk about feelings and emotions. They like to share. And so when you are keeping something with them, you're going through something and you're keeping it from them, so they feel like you're being sneaky, okay? And, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to mean there's cheating. It's just that it's like, okay, what's going on? For some, this could be a sudden change. For others, there just could be a lot of, brash communication about what is going on, about who's not being honest and who's not being forthcoming. Cancer, your person is going through a moment. They're having a judgment about how they feel about something. Okay, they're really feeling like they put a lot of work into the situation. For some, they feel like maybe Cancer, it's one-sided. That everything is going maybe your way all the time, and now this person's like, listen, this is not how I want things to be. This is not the kind of relationship that I want to be in. And so they're withdrawing from you, and they've been standoffish because they're really trying to figure out how to communicate that, because honestly, everything is going to come out sounding wrong. Everything is going to come out because this is a conflict. This is a conflict to whatever you already have established. All right. When somebody realizes that either their emotions are all over the place, or there's some secrets here. So for some of you, this person could be keeping a secret from you. I don't know what that secret is. Okay, but it's something that either they've been keeping this for a very long time, or they pretty much know that this is going to change things. So either they're keeping a secret, or how they feel about something they know is going to change this relationship. Okay, this relationship that they've worked really hard in, or for some, this relationship that they know that they've got to do better in. All right, so I feel like there's like two different things going on here. We have somebody who, they just don't know how to express to you what they've been feeling, or that their feelings have changed, okay? Whether they used to take the relationship for granted and now they're willing to put in more work, or whether they've done something, or there's some secret that they've been working really hard to hide, to the point of just doing things your way all the time, and now they're kind of fed up of things being one-sided, and now them expressing this is going to lead to some type of conflict, okay? You are, clinging to the relationship. You're clinging to the status quo, how things, listen, this is how things have always been. Why are we changing it now, okay? That's kind of the vibe that you're giving off. You could even be giving off a bit of jealousy and over possessiveness, because for you, again, this is like that ride or die energy, Cancer. It's like you don't care what you guys are going through right now, because at the end of the day, this is the Ten of Pentacles to you, okay? It's all about the commitment, the security, the stability of whatever this relationship is. So the fact that your person is either going through some type of existential crisis and they haven't figured out how to express that to you, or the fact that your person has been hiding, working so hard to hide something from you all this time, and now they're on edge because they don't know either how to tell you the truth or they're trying to keep it from you. You can sense this. You know that there's some type of dishonesty going on here. You know that there's a lack of truthfulness when you guys have these conversations, okay? For some of you, these conversations can be very tense. And it's leaving you feeling insecure. It's leaving you feeling like you're left out. This person is leaving you out. They're not involving you. You don't feel the love. You don't feel the warmth going on here. And you know that there's conflict, okay? And you're thinking about the fact that every time you guys communicate lately, there's been conflict. All right? You're conflicted in your mind because you want some more stability here. You want things to be stable, but also you recognize where, things could be stagnant and boring because you've been at home. You're locked up with this person. You guys are in each other's faces, and still there's no communication. And this is for, the collective, but I do know that these Cancer readings, this has been a theme. This has been going on for a while. So for a lot of you, the quarantine could be the best thing that happened, because it was like, okay, where before this person wasn't really being honest, now you're home all the time. There's no reason why you guys can't be honest and communicate. But for others of you, it's like you thought the quarantine was going to be the best thing, but it's the worst thing, because now you're in the house all the time with this person and they're still not communicating. They're still hiding things and lying. And now it's even more apparent because you're always home. So you can see their phone and you can see them hiding their phone and you can see their shadiness and you can see where you guys are not connecting. Okay, so what you guys really need to do is figure out a way to communicate. And I think for a lot of people, it's not just the communication, it's how we're communicating. Are we being mature? Are we not allowing our emotions to dictate the words that are coming out of our mouths? If I'm upset, I don't have to yell at you. Just because something bothers me doesn't mean I have to be irate and animated and aggressive when I talk to you. Sometimes we need to take a moment, we need to calm down, and then we need to come back and address the issues. But when you're together all the time and tensions are wearing high, people tend to just start snapping. So right now you guys could be snapping at each other, or there's this mind game going on, right? You guys are playing mind games with each other because it's like this mental acrobatics of who doesn't want to have a conversation and who doesn't want to forcefully admit that they're trying to have this conversation. So it's like this manipulation that's just going around and around because this person's trying to stay out of having a conversation, and you're pretending like you're not trying to have a conversation, but really you're trying to figure out how to have this conversation, because at the end of the day, something's amiss. Something's up, Cancer. So now it's like, listen. Right now is not the time. Nothing's really going on right now. Okay, nobody could do anything. But if you have spent 2 months, 3 months at home with your partner, you're both home, and you still have not figured out how to communicate with each other effectively, then this is going to be the time where you really have to determine what you're doing with this relationship. Okay, you've had ample time to have the big blow up and then get it over with, but you've been avoiding that. You've had ample time to bring up one issue here, one issue there. You've had over 8 weeks to figure out how to get to the bottom of what's going on with this person, And instead of doing that, you're clinging to the bones of this relationship. We are in a relationship. We have a foundation. We have a family. That's all that matters. And it's like, no, that's not all that matters if the other person is either pulling away from you or has been hiding something from you for a long time. You're almost like you're in a relationship with one person on the outside, but on the inside, they're a totally different person. And you refuse to see that, Cancer. But it's apparent now because you have to spend so much time. And now this person's looking at you like, yo, does Cancer even care about me? Because here I am. I know I've been acting funny. I know they've picked up on certain things, but I haven't really said anything. Right? But we're doing all this talking, but we're not really even addressing anything. So it's one of those things where I feel like there's just a lot of mental manipulation. There's a lot of mind games going on here where there needs to just be some more clarity, okay? And that just came out. Like, I don't even know where that came from. That just all came out. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what the romance angels have to say for you guys. All right, Cancer? All right, we've got release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so since we're talking about relationships, some of you, a lot of this way of doing things, not necessarily the feelings that you have, but the way that you guys communicate are based off of previous relationships. And you never really let that go. You just went from that relationship to this relationship, and you're carrying the way that you used to have to figure out how to communicate. Maybe you dealt with somebody who was difficult, or you dealt with somebody that argued with you all the time, so you had to figure out how to communicate in a manipulative way. Now you're in a relationship with someone else that you don't need to do that with, but you're still doing that, and you've taught this person now how to do the same thing, and it could be vice versa. So now that's where this is, where you guys need to release that old energy, right? And form a new tribe, form a new way of communicating, okay? Form a new thing that works for this situation, because a lot of you have a lot of chemistry together, okay? There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So maybe that's why you're clinging to this, because it means so much to you, because there's so much, it's depth here. But at the same time, you know, the communication is a big thing. It's a big issue. Calling in your soulmate. So prayers, affirmations, visualizations, being positive. Both of you. This is not just you. You know, if you're into manifesting, and if you're into positive visualization and keeping your energy high and clearing it out, your partner has to be on that same level. What is the point of you cleaning your vibe and floating all around the house and vibing at a high level, and you living and communicating and coming into contact with someone who doesn't do any of these things? Okay, but Cancer, it's like if you focus on this, you know, especially if you're getting close to the point where you understand how to manifest certain things, calling in your soulmate, your prayers and affirmations will help to bring you and this other person together. So instead of focusing or pretending like nothing is wrong, or that you guys will always be okay because you have this bond, you know, visualize this person coming to you, visualize them being more honest with you, visualizing them communicating in a way that you find more, you know, understandable and effective. All right. And if you say, God, I wish that we could communicate a little differently. I wish this person would tell me what's really going on with them. That's the kind of dialogue that you want to be having with yourself. All right, Cancer. So that has been your June reading. You know, hopefully this reading finds you guys well. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. All right, I'm glad to have, you know, answers if I can answer it for you. Again, guys, let me know how you guys are doing. If you were interested in a reading, I am doing personal readings, so you can contact me for that. But otherwise, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Cancer.